Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Generations Voyager class Doubledealer. Taking a look at the gun for hire of the Transformers universe and seeing how he turns out in the Generation style. So anyway, without further ado, you've got Doubledealer here in his Autobot Assault Tank mode. And yeah, I did say Autobot. He has the Autobot symbol right there on the front of the tank. Doubledealer is basically a gun for hire. He will work for either the Decepticons or the Autobots, and uses different alt modes to signify which allegiance he's currently on. The tank mode is representative of his Autobot allegiance when the Autobots are paying him, and it's an okay one. The original Doubledealer, like the G1, had the missile tank, which had this huge missile on the top of him, and I believe that that was the base form, and the other two were alternate robot modes. A bird for a Decepticon or a robot for an Autobot. Here it's a little different. The robot's the like the base form, and the tank's the Autobot, while the jet's a Decepticon. And the reason that he's using that motif is because he's a repaint of Blitzwing. Yeah, so, but in tank mode, you got a nice rotating turret with a firing cannon. It fires okay, but not great. You just push it in and it'll shoot it out. But yeah, the firing range is not really all that good. He does roll. Like I said, he has a rotating turret, but that's pretty much it for this form. You know, it's pretty flat out brick. There's a little bit of robot kibble on the bottom, and jet kibble. You can see the whole nose cone of the jet in this on the bottom of it. But yeah, paint job's pretty nice. You got nice bits of blues, a darker blue and a lighter blue, and a bit of a pale purple. The weapons for the robot mode store nicely on the top of the vehicle. And the sword actually does help hide the gapage in between the tank. But anyway, for comparison, we'll bring out Generations Blitzwing. Now, Doubledealer doesn't seem to roll as well as Blitzwing does. I'm not sure why. But as you can see, yeah, they are the same mold. Just different paint jobs. And quite honestly, it's obvious that this is made for Blitzwing instead of Doubledealer. I do appreciate the attempt to bring him in, but he's one that could have benefited from a complete mold instead of a repaint. But anyway, I guess it's time we got him into jet mode and see how he looks there. And now we have Doubledealer in his attack jet mode, which is his Decepticon alt mode, and it's very well signified by the Decepticon emblem on the nose cone, which is actually put on very nicely. And he has this nice little I guess shark head design on the nose cone of his jet. I guess that's supposed to be reminiscent of his bird form in the G1 figure, but not exactly the best job. Again, the color scheme is pretty nice. So you got the pale purple wings on the blue, like two-tone blue and white body with a nice red cockpit. Again, the sword does a really good job of covering up the gappage, although you can still see some in there. But trust me, without that sword it would be much, much worse. And this is a pretty strong form for either Blitzwing or Doubledealer, and honestly, I think the vehicle modes for this guy actually turned out pretty well. And he does have working landing. Well, he doesn't. It doesn't roll, but he does have landing gear on the front nose cone and some sculpted-in bits on the back. Would have been better if they were rolling wheels, but wouldn't expect it from a modern-day toy. But the nice thing is that the nose cone does hold together better than on the Blitzwing figure, which I'll show you in a sec. In fact, let's bring in Blitzwing now. Now, as you can see, since the head's a bit spring-loaded and a lot bigger on Blitzwing, it tends to push the nose cone out a bit. Doubledealer doesn't have to worry about that, which is a positive for him. I am happy about that. But again, I can't help but say it. This mold is supposed to be Blitzwing, and it works for Blitzwing a lot better than it does for Doubledealer. I think it's a great thing that they're actually bringing Doubledealer in, but yeah, it would have been better if they actually went with something more accurate to his G1 self. But anyway, I think this is a good Doubledealer. I really do. So why don't we get him into robot mode and see how he looks there. Alright, now we got Doubledealer in his robot mode, and it's actually looking pretty good. The colors work, like I said, just like on the other modes. Honestly though, this is, much like Blitzwing, this is probably the weaker mode of the three, which is strange considering the robot mode's usually one of the stronger ones. But there are definitely some weaknesses in this mold that really need to cause some issue with me. So he's got we'll get his articulation out of the way. He's got a left and right swivel at the head. He's got shoulder movement, but you kind of gotta hold his chest in place to move it safely. Otherwise, you'll mistransform him. This is a flaw that was in Blitzwing as well, and it's one of those carryover things. There are plenty of fix options online, like shaving down the front and back panels of his chest and back. Well, you know, like shaving down the middle on both sides and trying to fit it together like that, which could work. It'll actually put more friction between them. But yeah, that's a common problem. Elsewhere he has swivel just above the elbow bend. Wrist rotation. It's being hindered by the gun of all things. But yeah, he does have wrist rotation. Nothing at the waist, but he has forward back, in and out. Oh yeah, he has in and out on the shoulders as well. Nice knee bend, like a little more than 90 degree, and he has ball jointed ankles. So yeah, he's posable. There's no doubt that he's posable. You can get him ready to fight easy enough. I'd say the real weakness is the shoulders, the way that they transform, and the way that those panels don't walk together too well. Like I said, that's a weakness that was on Blitzwing as well. So it's a part of the mold, which is unfortunate but true. Doesn't help that the panels on like these parts here are softer plastic than the rest. So yeah, I mean that's going to be a bit of a weakness as far as play goes. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, he's solid. I do like him. I love the concept that there's a guy out there whose loyalties are solely to the highest bidder. That's a nice touch for the Transformers universe. You know, not all Autobots and Decepticons. Just some dudes out for themselves. Which is nice. It adds some variety to the concepts. And I'm glad that they actually brought Doubledealer into the Generations line. I just wish they brought him in as his own mold instead of reusing Blitzwing. Even though they did a really good job of painting him. I mean, that robot mode looks great. And I have no problem displaying him on my classic shelf. But as far as comparisons go, here's Blitzwing with Doubledealer. And of course this is Doubledealer's Renew, I know. Yeah, you can tell that Doubledealer's head is a bit smaller than Blitzwing's because it's not supporting that three-face gimmick. So yeah, you're getting one less thing off a Doubledealer that you would off a Blitzwing, but I don't really feel like that's a major loss, considering that you get a better working nose cone transformation out of it. So yeah, I still think Blitzwing's the best for this mold, but Doubledealer is a really good choice to get. Just to get a like another Transformer on the shelf. You can put them on either shelf too, because like I said, you can have them as an Autobot or a Decepticon as you see fit. So that's always a plus. Anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this little review, and I'll see you next time. So long, have fun, and bye-bye.